The fall of Kabul in 2021 was a massive disaster for Western democracies. As America's will to fight the Taliban crumbled, Canada, UK and Australia rushed to evacuate their citizens. But there was another problem. What was going to happen to all of the Afghan employees and interpreters who had worked with the Western forces? For the UK alone, as many as 150,000 Afghans applied to be evacuated, fearing reprisal attacks from the Taliban. In the chaos of Kabul, echoing the US withdrawal from Saigon in 1975, fewer than 5% of the people who applied for evacuation were assisted by the British government. Of course, the UK press got its priorities all wrong, ignoring the thousands of endangered Afghan families to focus their reporting on a Kabul-based British dog charity. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson saw an opportunity for a media moment. He instructed the army and civil service to prioritise helping the dog charity, including escorting the dogs through the chaos of Kabul airport and ensuring the evacuation of British and Afghan charity staff. Unfortunately, people started asking questions. Weren't there still thousands of Afghans who had worked with the British who were at greater risk and still trapped in Kabul? No, government ministers told the media everything had been done properly by the civil service. No one had received special priority. This was when Josie Stewart decided to act. An experienced civil servant who had worked on previous evacuations, she knew what was happening was wrong, so she privately leaked emails to a British journalist, Sima Kotecha. Emails which showed that Boris Johnson's government had prioritised pets popular with the British press over Afghans whose lives were at risk. Since the evacuation, two things have made this decision look even worse. Firstly, some Afghans formerly employed by the British forces have been attacked by the Taliban in Kabul. Secondly, an American animal NGO has continued to operate in Kabul without issue. In fact, they now employ Taliban staff. All of this suggests that the animal charity staff and their dogs were not at serious risk from the Taliban, and the Afghans who were, former informants and translators with the British Army, were left to fend for themselves. Some of these men and women have since been ended by the Taliban. Sadly, Josie Stewart's big mistake was contacting the BBC. BBC journalist Sima Kotecha accidentally leaked screenshots which reveal Josie's identity, one of the most serious errors any journalist can make, exposing a confidential source. Whether this was an accident or something more sinister, it seems to have only helped Sima Kotecha's career, who has since been promoted to senior UK correspondent at the BBC. Meanwhile, Josie Stewart was fired from her job in the civil service. For the past year, Josie has been involved in a wrongful dismissal court case, arguing her whistleblowing was in the public interest. In February 2025, 3 judges agreed with her, and she won the case. Rumour has it, she is now considering taking the BBC to court for its treatment of her. The message is clear, however. If you have a story to share, think carefully before going to the BBC, which comes out of this story looking incompetent at best. At worst, links between the British government and the BBC have led to the exposure of a whistleblower acting in the public interest. Hi, I'm Arthur, and if you know about an injustice you think deserves more attention, feel free to get in touch. I'm always looking for new ideas for the channel, and if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks.